Okay, so we've given the joint compound some time to dry out, and I skimmed it twice here because the joint compound does shrink, and to ensure a totally flat surface, you have to go over it one more time with the mud here. So now it's time to sand. I have my sanding block here, and I'm just going to work this into the bottom edge right here. And with my fingers, I'm just going to pull down. And then I'm going to turn it around like this, and then go up in the corner here, and then around that, and then the outside. And then just like lightly in the middle there. Now, that is perfectly smooth, and what you do is you just use your finger here to test it, to see if you can feel any of the ridges. So I'm going to come down here now and sand this one here. And as you can see, the dust here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down here and sand all these so that they're perfectly smooth. And this is going to generate more dust here, but that's fine. I have my vacuum here, so I'm going to get my vacuum here and just vacuum this up right here. Okay, so the vacuum here is your best friend in a stair project. I probably use that thing probably well over 10 times now, because something like this where you're doing like a lot of prep work and sanding and stuff like that, it's going to generate a lot of dust here. And what I forgot to do is I forgot to sand these here too. Now this has a one coat of the bin primer on it. And this wood was never primed to begin with because the carpet was over it. So when I primed it with the bin, the bin will loosen up the fibers of the wood. So you do need to sand this down here. So I'm just going to get the vacuum here again and just vac this out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place this down here, and now I have just a water-based white latex primer here, and what we're going to do now is I'm going to prime over what I just skim coated, because there's joint compound here, and you just don't want to use the trim paint right on top of joint compound. You want to first seal it in here. So I'm just going to seal all the compound in here. And when you seal this in here, what it does is it seals in the joint compound. And what it also does is once it's primed, when you go to paint on top of this, the paint will actually sit on the surface and it won't get sucked into the surface like it's doing here, because joint compound is extremely porous. So I'm just going to come down here and I'm going to prime this here. So the joint compound has been sealed in now, and we're just going to let this dry out, and then we'll be ready to top coat with a latex paint.